For more than 5 decades, the Assad dynasty ruled Syria with a brutal hand. Its power was cemented not just by military force, but by fear, a fear bred in places like Syydnaya Military Prison. To many Syrians, Saydnaya wasn't just a prison, it was a graveyard of hope, a place where people disappeared, where whispers of its horrors haunted families for generations. But now the fortress of fear has fallen. Rebel forces have breached its gates, exposing the truth of what happened behind those walls and rewriting the legacy of this infamous place. The fall of Saydnaya was not just another military victory. It was a symbolic moment for a country suffocated by tyranny. For years, no one dared to imagine that these walls could be breached. Now, with Hayat Tahrir al-Sham leading the charge, those imprisoned in Saydnaya's depths are beginning to emerge. This moment is more than a rebellion. It is a reckoning with the past, with dust and silence, broken only by faint cries from unseen corners. Emergency teams, guided by a former prisoner who knows these hallways better than most, press forward. Every step reveals a new horror. Locked doors hiding human lives, shadows of people who have been waiting for a rescue they thought would never come. Inside the labyrinth, the air is thick with dust and silence, broken only by faint cries from unseen corners. Emergency teams, guided by a former prisoner who knows these hallways better than most, press forward. Every step reveals a new horror. Locked doors hiding human lives, shadows of people who have been waiting for a rescue they thought would never come. Then comes the sound of metal on metal. A lock broken, a door forced open. Beyond it, the first glimpse of those who have survived years in darkness. Their faces are gaunt, their eyes hollow, their steps uncertain. These are people who have been stripped of everything but their will to live. But the work is far from over. Sealed underground chambers remain inaccessible, their electronically locked doors defying efforts to break them open. The Damascus countryside governorate has made urgent pleas to former prison staff for the codes that could save lives. Inside those chambers, time is running out. Oxygen is scarce and suffocation is a real threat. One video, now circulating online, shows a man breaking through a wall with nothing but a hammer. As the dust settles, a hidden chamber is revealed. The scene is surreal. Figures huddled together, shielding their eyes from the faint light, their silence speaking louder than any words. In another moment, rebels armed with rifles shoot the locks off iron doors. The prisoners who stumble out look like ghosts, haunted, emaciated, barely able to stand. Each one carries the weight of years lost to the darkness of Saydnaya. In the chaos, moments of raw humanity emerge. A mother clutches her son's hand, both too shocked to speak. The boy looks up as someone reassures them, "He has fallen. Don't be scared anymore." It is a simple phrase, but its meaning resonates deeply in a nation that has lived in fear for so long. Saydnaya was no ordinary prison. It was a machine of terror, designed not just to punish but to destroy. Survivors speak of beatings so severe they forgot their own names, of starvation so profound they dreamed of crumbs, of screams in the night that never stopped. Between 2011 and 2018 alone, Amnesty International estimates that more than 30,000 people died here. For those who survived, the scars are not just physical, they are etched into their very souls. For decades, the Assad regime used Saydnaya and places like it as tools of suppression. Activists, journalists, even ordinary citizens, anyone suspected of dissent, disappeared into these cells. Families were left to wonder, to grieve, to hope against hope that their loved ones might still be alive. Now the liberation of Saydnaya is being celebrated as more than a victory. It is a declaration that Syria's people will no longer be silenced. The regime's strongest weapon, fear, has been shattered, and in its place, hope is beginning to take root. As prisoners emerge into the light, their faces are etched with disbelief. Some fall to their knees, overcome by the sight of the sky. Others embrace their rescuers, unable to find the words to express their gratitude. For many, this moment is both an ending and a beginning. In the streets of Damascus, joy and sorrow collide. Families embrace survivors, their relief tempered by the knowledge of what their loved ones endured. For every reunion, there are countless others who will never come home. Saydnaya is no longer a fortress of fear, but its legacy cannot be erased. It will stand as a monument to the atrocities committed under the Assad regime, a reminder of what must never be allowed to happen again. The road ahead is long. For Syria to heal, it must confront the ghosts of its past. The fall of Saydnaya is not just the end of a regime, it is the beginning of a new chapter for a nation determined to rise from the ashes.
كل واحد على بيته. لا